Is there such a thing as the blueprint for fixing big things you can't see, like project organizations? And the answer is, actually there is. The theory of constraints. It has been applied successfully in many different industries and has resulted to incredible success stories. Well, my name is Jan van Egmond and I'm hacking and cracking the best and worst of project management to find better ways to stay in control and that are easier to learn and easier to use. I reversed engineered many of the success stories of theory of constraints, and I have noticed that these success stories comply to very fundamental rules or a kind of a blueprint. Well, it's obvious regardless whether my findings make sense, yes or no. The benefits of knowing what makes strategies succeed or fail can hardly be underestimated. TOC implementations are not always successful, and it seems that that happens when those rules are violated and when the blueprint wasn't followed. Well, there is a need for such a blueprint because I don't tell a secret when I say that projects run in trouble all the time. There are delays, there are budget overruns, there are conflicts, people not living up to their promise, projects that fail. Well, something is going seriously wrong. Well, the pitfall is to try to fix these problems. All those strategies, improvement actions, crash actions I came across over the past years try to fix one or more of those problems. And that's not going to work, because everything is connected with everything. There is a network of vicious circles or strings of problems. You can't just fix one by one. When you have fixed one and move to the next one, then the other one comes back again. Well, the tragedy is that it sometimes takes years for people to discover that it doesn't work. Well, these problems are the tip of the hierarchy, problems and failed projects. The foundation of the blueprint is where everything in the universe starts. It is with the laws of nature, the rules you can't break. This is how the world works. It is the world of science, the world of logic, the cause and effect. And it is our role to determine which rules and which laws and which domain apply to the systems that we build, and to understand them. Have you ever thought about domains like chemistry, biology, anatomy, neurology, psychology determine every day what happens in project organizations? It makes perfectly sense when you realize that organizations is just about people. Well, the second layer is about the systems that we build to achieve our goals. Organizations are nothing more than man-made systems. And the only reason why we build project organizations or organizations in general is that we can't do it alone. We need each other for achieving our goals. It is about people that are brought together, the way they collaborate, the tools, the processes, everything that builds the project organizations. And it is our role to find out what are the characteristics of the organizations and the systems, and what do we have to take in account when we want to fix those big things. Well, project organizations should of course take care that projects get completed successfully and that they stay out of problems. And that requires certain basic needs must be fulfilled. Well, I discussed already that projects not always complete successfully and not always stay out of problems. And there is just one reason for that. Basic needs are not longer fulfilled due to flaws in the system. And this brings us to the third and the fourth layer of the blueprint. The third layer is about the flaws in the system. And a flaw is anything that stands in the way of achieving our objectives or fail to protect organizations to stay out of problems. A flaw is a fault or an error that must be fixed. It is a bug. And whether a fault is a flaw is determined whether it affects the organization in achieving its goals. It is our role to determine what those flaws are, to find out what those flaws are. And later in the video, I promise you, I will share the 3 core flaws on project organizations. The fourth layer is about the impact of these flaws on organizations or on projects. Flaws result always in unfulfilled basic needs. Well, this is an insight that isn't coming from the extensive field studies. When projects don't get completed successfully or when there are problems, that means that there must be unfulfilled basic needs. That's what defines the basic needs. Well, there is just one reason why basic needs are not fulfilled, and that is because of flaws in the system. The system should take care of fulfilling the basic needs. Well, again, it is our role to understand what are those basic needs. Well, these basic needs for projects are exceedingly simple. When I tell you what those basic needs are, you probably will say, I knew that already. But I challenge you. Try to write them down yourself. You discover it isn't that easy. Well, in a minute I share you how you can find out what those basic needs are. Unfulfilled basic needs may cause any problem you experience in project organizations. I've analyzed hundreds of problems in many different industries, and almost all those problems can be traced back to those 4 unfulfilled basic needs. This concludes the blueprint of fixing big things like project organizations. Well, I have 2 promises to fulfill. The first one is to share the flaws in the project, and then I tell something more about the basic needs. The 3 flaws are project organizations create circumstances that disable rational thinking. The second is that project management methodologies don't cover processes for fulfilling basic needs. There is no such basic needs fulfillment management process in the PMBOK. And the third one is that project organizations lack solutions to protect them to starting up more projects than they can fulfill the basic needs of. And the pressure to start projects is always high. Organizations are overloaded all the time. Projects are starving in all organizations. Well, now what about those 4 basic needs? Did you write them down, by the way, or listed them in your head? The 4 basic needs is one of the secrets I reveal in my book, Project Management Secrets. It is the foundation for a new project management guideline with a full focus on the basic needs. Yeah, why bother about something that isn't fulfilling the basic needs? This guideline is also part of my book. It is for starting project managers who need to get started quickly but don't know where to begin. And it is for experienced project managers who need to get urgently in control again but have tried everything already. Well, you can download this guideline. It is one of the chapters of my new book. It also contains a summary of the basic needs. Empoweryourprojects.com, Chapter 5. Use it. Share your story. If you want to know more about project management secrets, then consider subscribing to my channel. Thanks for watching.